Anthony here with PM Hobbycraft. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Traxxas TRX4. I did a previous video with RC Trailblazers in the field. We did a little bit of trail riding, and so we'll be referencing that video throughout this video. So we'll be starting from the outside in. We'll just go over a few points that you can see that's obvious. So we got the exoskeleton on the Defender 110 series body. In the video, we did a rollover at the top of a hill. It took about a tumble of about 12 barrel rolls, and this is the aftermath of that. There's barely a scratch on it. So the exoskeleton does hold up. The body came out virtually undamaged. Other than that, on the outside, you can see on the front has a winch and an off-road bumper. It looks like the winch can be removed, and you could put a Proline functioning bumper or a winch on there, no problem. There's looks like holes that are pre-drilled in the upper roll cage, so if you want to put in a light bar or something like that, then it looks like it's fairly easy to do. So a very scale looking body. In the rear, you got a couple of jerry cans, a high lift jack, a spare tire, your D-ring shackles here, which are great for those people that want to go all out, you know, right themselves on the trail with a winch. Having said that, all the externals are rubber, so if you take a roll, yeah, they'll hold up really nice. Snorkel is a hard plastic, but being tucked in, it doesn't go through a lot of abuse. So now we'll take a look underneath. Underneath, you'll see we have portal axles. So what this does is not only does it lift the axle a ½ inch higher off the ground, because I know when I'm trailing myself, I'm always hitting rocks on that diff. So that helps a lot. Not only does it give you more ground clearance, it makes the drive shafts more horizontal. There's less strain on the CVDs, which is kind of nice. So in the portal axles, there's a gear reduction. So all your wear and stress is down low, which is nice for the longevity of your gears. The approach angle is at 57 degrees about. The brake angle is around 56. And the departure angle is at about 42. So in the field, when I was driving over some rocks and whatnot, managed to get up and over a lot of certain obstacles, and only a handful of times was I dragging the rear bumper off the rocks. So let's take a look inside. So inside right away, you'll notice a bunch of servos. A lot of people say there's too many moving parts for a trail truck. Being a full-size enthusiast of off-road, I will highly disagree. It's very nice to wheel with the diffs open like you would in a normal size vehicle. It reduces the strain on all your moving parts. You'll have a longer battery life, and you have the ability to put the locking diffs in when you need to. So I'll just plug it in and demonstrate how this works. Radio on, receiver. So on top there's the lever for your locking diffs. The first location locks in your front differentials, so you can see the rear is still open, the front is locked up, and then all the way all four wheels are locked in. The other buttons on here, you got 2-speed transmission, so in low you're looking at a walking pace, which is nice, and then on your high speed it's a bit faster. As you can see, we got some wheel wobble from the water that we were in, but yeah, great to have 2 speeds, one for crawling, the other one for when you're just trying to get to your different locations on the trail. The TRX4's got a 21-turn 550 motor, so 550, it's a little bit extra torque than the 540s, which is nice for having that extra torque on the rocks. Some people are concerned about high center of gravity. There is a way to take out the larger battery pack and use a smaller battery pack in the middle here. There's battery packs that are 3-cell that'll fit just nicely in here, which will reduce the center of gravity and reduce rollover. So when it comes to runtime, if you are wheeling with your diffs open, Traxxas states with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, you'll get 2 hours of runtime. Having said that, when I was on the trail, I did not lock my diffs up very often. Got a ton of runtime, but there are those instances where you will lock up your diffs and your battery will drain faster. I might as well mention the steering. When your diffs are open, you'll have 45 degrees of steering either way. When they're locked, the steering's reduced just like in a normal vehicle. The speed control, the XL5HB has 2 throttle profiles that you can choose from. We just ran on the stock profile. There's one for trails that allows for a smooth throttle control. And also there's one for crawling, which increases your drag brake. So if you're on a steep angle, it'll be held there. And it also allows for instant reverse, which is nice to get out of some situations that you might find yourself in. Okay, so you'll find on your chassis that the sides have plastic rock sliders. They designed it so they can be replaced because you will use these a lot, as I did. They will get wore up and scratched, and just a matter of 4 screws and yeah, replacing them and good as new again. Another thing I wanted to mention was the ladder frame design. The frame is actually made of steel, which helps for keeping that rigidity in the trail. So for this TRX4, the shocks are fully adjustable threaded shock body for easily adjusting the ride height. And what I noticed when trailing this was the shocks were a bit stiff. I could use it for a bit more articulation. Maybe it's something down the road that Traxxas will make a softer spring for this. So you change up your oil, and just changing the dynamics of that a little bit more might help with traction on the rocks. But these things spin freely and easy, and it's very easy to change your ride height on that. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also check out our website, pmhobbycraft.ca. And also, yeah, check out our other video with RC Trailblazers. And look forward to seeing you next time.